All right, so greetings, dear Gemini. This one's for you. Hi, this is Tarot Lumination. It's your February 2019 miniature astrodoodle report. Okay, I'm just going to give you some generic notes first, and then we'll get into you in more detail. Okay, now these are just the notes that I make for Tarot Lumination. We use them a lot in the personal readings, behind the scenes, you know. So I'm just sharing them with you guys. And to get anything specific, of course, you'd have to go into a lot more detail. I just wanted to share stuff. For you, Gemini, February, you know, a good chunk of it, half of it at least, you might really find enjoyable. It's sweet because it's Aquarius season, which is generally very comfortable for you. Halfway through, we switch into Pisces season, and then everything starts to get a little bit more tense because the Pisces Virgo axis can be somewhat challenging, and I'll show you in a little while. This is generic, okay? So this is Aquarius season for the start. The first week, especially of the month, the planets are very tightly clustered in one section of the chart, very squashed up. Like, think of it as a very lopsided table. I'll show you in a moment. Imagine a three-legged table, and you just shoved all your groceries on there, on the one of the sides. It makes everything very wobbly, like it could easily tip, okay? I see this whole month as being very kind of tippy and wobbly and precarious, okay? February the 4th, that is the new moon in Aquarius, okay? It starts new beginnings in that part of your life. I'll show you. There is an ongoing, very awkward energy between Mars and Uranus. They're very, very close. These two planets together, I see as extreme volatility, okay? And they're on a cusp. I'll show you in a moment. The sun moves into Pisces on the 18th, and just then after, we have the full moon on the 19th, the Virgo sun and the Pisces moon. This is where things might get a little extra wobbly for you. There's more stuff going on. We could talk about that, but I just want to get rolling with you guys, okay? I'll show you. These are my personal opinions. The month in general, there's a bunch of shifting going on, and my biggest issue for everybody, the message is hold your balance, because it's a very tippy, wobbly kind of month, and it'd be very easy to get thrown off balance, and could be anything, you know, dropping your keys, sending the wrong email to the wrong person, even though it's no retrogrades or anything like that. Misconstruing situations, getting on and off of buses, getting in and out of cars, cooking, anything, whatever all your general activities. I see a lot of volatility and instability going on. So please protect yourself. I have a little prayer that I put on Instagram. It sounds corny, but it's like this. My dear and only feet, I pray, carry me safely through the day. Okay, you might think it's weird, Gemini, but it's important. Think about what your feet do. They carry you through life. Okay, a lot of us just take it for granted. I see a lot of unrelenting Capricorn energy all month. It's been going since early January, and it's going to keep going. It's opposing the Cancer North Node journey for all of us. I don't want to dwell on that too much. The real volatility, the extreme one, is the energy between Mars and Uranus, especially because Uranus is on the 29-degree point. What I'm sensing is the volatility and potential for accidents. Uranus is on the cusp. I see radical, disruptive, unpredictable energies. Mostly I would sense right on the land, weather, nature, like on the Weather Channel. Impulsive things, unpredictable, highly unusual patterns that are very confounding to deal with and understand at times. Just look at the weather reports across the country, okay, and you'll understand. Let's go straight to you, Gemini. This is your astrodoodle. This is what it looks like. Yay! I know. It should be in the Tate Gallery. It should be in the Guggenheim Museum. I know. You don't have to tell me. So anyway, this is for you, Gemini. Oh, excuse me, I got a wrong frickin'. Please be patient. Please be patient. Let's have a look here. There you are. Okay. Gosh, I just I just got caught out by my own surprises. Doopy-doopy-doo. Well, let's pretend nothing ever happened. Oops, that's a shining example. Okay. And by the way, that volatility is happening right now while the reports are being made. It is not just during this month, okay? This is ongoing volatility. And it's not going to stop at the end of February either. Anyway, here's you, okay, Gemini? There's you. There's your astrodoodle. I'll just point out the basics. Actually, let's start with the table first. Picture this as a round kitchen table. It's got 3 legs, here, here, and here. Some people make 3-legged tables. Oops. Anyway, all the energy is piled up on one side, okay? All the planets are here. There's nothing over here for a good chunk of the month except the little moon doing what it does. So, like, with all this energy piled up here, just imagine it as a kitchen table. You stuffed all your groceries here coming back from the store. Everything could easily just kind of go, uh-oh, and you fall over. I see it as a very tippy energy. And I've heard all sorts of reports coming in from people talking about weird accidents, okay? So just letting you know. So the moon itself goes twiddle-diddle-diddle around here every 2.5 days, changing sign. And I think the volatility points will be accented when the moon hits trigger points like opposing all the Capricorn or opposing the Aquarius or something like that. And that's when you would feel it in your body, like doo-doo-doo-doo, walking down the street. Whoa, slipped on a banana. Whoa-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Why didn't I see that banana peel? Duh. And things like that. So over here, because it's the Aquarius energy, this is very comfortable for you, and it's happening in your part of like wisdom, higher knowledge, higher consciousness, foreign affairs. I'm not talking about affairs, but I'm talking about foreign affairs, travel, and seeing things from the big perspective. So that's sweet for you. You've also got Jupiter in Sagittarius still here. Very sweet and very encouraging and helpful for your relationships to expand and grow and like, I guess, grow in wisdom through your relationships and opportunity. So that's good. I know I should be talking about all the other stuff too, but we'll get to that. I'll get to the trigger point. This is very volatile over here, but it's so much to do with, I think, verging on health issues that I don't want to go into it on this little mini report. The key dates, February the 4th, the new moon in Aquarius up here, new starts, new beginnings. Very nice for you. The sun moves into Pisces over here on the 18th, okay? And the full moon is on the 19th. And this is where things get awkward, okay? This thing here is kind of like a hard square, like loosely hard square to you, okay? So that's a conflicted energy. It's a challenge. You can learn from your challenges, but it can also trigger a lot of wobbliness with all this other stuff going on. So I wanted to mention that. So there you go. I'm going to leave it at that. It is a full moon, by the way. So when you reach this point towards the end of the month here, you might think, oh, well, wait a minute. What's happening in the foundations of my life? What just happened? And how is that going to impact my so-called destiny, my place in this world, my fate, my very, very public part of my life? I don't know what's going on. It's at the 0-degree point. It's at the 0-degree point. So I'd be very interested to hear your comments late in the month. Thank you, Gemini. All the best. Okay. You know the routine. Subscribes, likes, check out the links, cross-watching, check out your sun, moon, and rising, all of that stuff. Okay. All the best, Gemini. Bye-bye. You can handle it. You'll be fine. You'll be just fine.